We don't have a government. Nobody's working. I just want to go over this again. They're all getting paid while nobody else is, and a vast majority of them have to work. They're not working and getting paid. Well done.
This is the safest I think I've felt about my checking account in a long time.
Yeah, this is good. Do you guys feel different? Do you feel like stuff isn't working? No. It's maybe it lasts a week, maybe it lasts a month, maybe it lasts years. No. You know why it won't last that long? Because they never want to get too far away from you thinking you might have to depend on them somewhat. They want to keep it and balance it in a certain area. Like, oh, see, we're back. You guys, are you happy? Whoo, we saved the day. So I don't really, it means very little. If we go months, okay, but we won't, because eventually both sides will have had it. So,
and right now they're all okay. They're calm. They're ready to negotiate. But in a few weeks, both of them are going to start having spending withdrawals.
Yes,
and they're going to start to freak out that they haven't spent our money in a while, and they'll be like, "We got to get back to spending."
Yeah, jonesing. That's what they're going to call it. They're going to start jonesing for stuff. Jonesing, like, so they're going to start furloughing people. So 335 Defense Department, 32,000 HHS. State Department 17, Homeland Security 14, Transportation 11. And then, of course, he's threatened to fire people. Here's the other thing that the Democrats don't want. You don't want Trump to be left alone too long. Where he's like, well, they weren't here, so I just decided to do a whole bunch of stuff. That's the other side of it. Schumer wants to give in, but alas, this is where we are. I don't foresee it getting too far away. Not saying stuff can't happen. I mean, I think we know that it can, but the reality is that this group of people, it's too important for them because they're going to start taking blame. And remember, them coming back and negotiating with each other has zero to do with you or I or our best interest. Has nothing to do with that. It has all of it to do with whether or not they get a blame for something, and it could cost them in the midterms. And some of them could lose their jobs. That's it. There is no, we're doing this for the betterment of America. You were supposed to have a bill done. You're still talking about a CR from last time. 1997. Last time they passed a bill on time. That's their job. And they don't do it.
And Johnson promised to get back to regular order. Which
Johnson.
Apparently now that's turned out to be a lie.
Yeah. Here's something else you guys don't know about Johnson. The Democrats have a House member that's waiting to be seated, and he refused to swear her in.
Because?
Epstein.
Yep. She would be the deciding vote to force a vote.
Mm-hmm. So she's just sitting out there waiting. When they had I guarantee you, whoever wins Mark Green's spot will be there in a heartbeat. They're the next day sworn in. Her? We'll see.
They'll have all the candidates fly up there, and wait for the results, and then the winner of the primary, they'll go ahead and swear him in and go, okay, that's done. Once you win the general, we'll just call it even.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, and it's everywhere too. If you guys don't believe me, her name is I'm going to screw it up. Adelita Grijalva, still not sworn in. It's been what? Are we going on 2 weeks almost? And she said, I'm going to vote to release the files, and they won't swear her in. What does that say? It says there's something that you should worry about. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, so much for regular order. That's never happening. Outside of the military and their money, I don't care, honestly. I mean, can't they work part-time? Why do you have to be there? Because I'm less is more. Because the more you're there, there's more chance you're going to break something.
Be reasonable. Do you know how time-consuming it is to sit down with lobbyists?
stand in front of a camera and argue with Sean Hannity or MSNBC or something like that. You know how hard that is? Oh, my Lord. But we'll figure it out. They'll get it done. No, Brian, she's not illegal. She was born and raised in Tucson. So Adam in the borough said, yeah, the Republicans, they swore their person in immediately. Immediately. Like, you're not fooling anybody. You don't want her to be sworn in because you're worried there's something in there that is going to be damaging to Trump and the Republicans or the government itself.
I'm convinced that there's going to be stuff in there that's damaging to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But the longer you wait and the bigger of a deal you make not releasing it, conjecture takes place instead.
Yeah.
And it makes it look worse than it is.
Yeah. And several of you have chimed in and said, you want to believe Trump, but it does look bad when your thing is like, well, we're not going to do it. Why? Well, it's regular order. We're going to do it when they're all batched together. And we could figure out a way to bring somebody else in that may stop it. It's too late. She'd be 218. And I was listening to Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was definitely no longer on the MAGA train the way she used to be. She is, I don't know what has happened. I think she kind of found a little bit of, okay, this is a bit too much. The stuff they threw at her from the White House over the Epstein vote she said it was so bad. They were coming hard for her. Hard.
Well, they're primarying Massey just because he wanted to bring the issue up for a vote.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, 100%. I mean, they're spending money. They're spending tons of money to go after him, and that says something to me. I mean, it does. We can sit here and talk about, well, what is in it? It's not a Democrat hoax. None of this is a Democrat hoax. None of it is. And I've been pretty straightforward. I never thought that Trump had done anything, but the more that you hide it, the more that you throw up walls to protect this many people, the more I'm starting to ask myself a question of, is there more to the story than meets the eye? And that could be donors.
And people are always going to assume the worst when you won't tell them the truth.
Yeah, totally. Like if you asked your wife, who's been texting somebody for days, sending pictures, this, any other, who are you texting? And she's like, none of your business. You can't see. You would be a little curious.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Right? Then you got to go in. You got to figure out how to do her eye, like or the facial thing, or her thumbprints so she can't see. So swear her in. Let's get this out and move on. That's it. Shouldn't be this hard. Okay. So we are going to talk about 3i Atlas because now they're saying it's going to hit the moon. That's that big thing. And they're asking questions. Should we nuke it? No. We don't have the deep sea drillers that we need to get onto the asteroid to destroy it. And if you don't know what 3i Atlas is, look it up because it is an asteroid that it's on its way here, but we're not quite sure exactly what it is, but they're pretty sure it's an asteroid except for the part where it glows and it has blinking lights and it changes courses. It's uncomfortable because watching people who are scientists who deal with the world of space say, yeah, I think it's an asteroid. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. So Memphis is getting themselves a little help. Are they there yet or are they not there yet? I couldn't tell because I know they've got now all of these other like departments and programs they're putting in place for Memphis and how many people are, coming, what's going to happen. I know when they're going to send them to Portland, it's $9 million to send them to Portland to guard the ICE facility, which it's federal based on the shooting. Okay, maybe you give them a little bit of that. But, the fighting crime, I'm still a hard no on fighting crime. And yesterday, Trump with that, hey, maybe we'll have our military, I don't know, practice. Excuse me. out there. Maybe like get out there and they can go out and practice a little bit when it comes to doing maneuvers or something against the average person. That's not something that I think anybody wants. And I'm a hard no on that. I don't want the military rolling down any of our streets. And I want a strong military. I love a strong military. 100%. We need a strong military. And even though I thought yesterday was a bit of a, rah-rah, like, kind of thing, a lot of guys were like, my buddy who was there said, he texted me, he's like, this could have been an email. This should have been an email. But I'm fine with, getting us tougher, leaner, meaner, all of that stuff sounds great. But no point do I want them on the streets in any way, shape, or form in inner city, in the rural areas, fighting crime or, putting them to use. I think nobody, because I like the Constitution. I'm pretty fond of it. And are you kind of fond of the Constitution? A little worry about overstepping? They're not there for that. They're not. And the federal side of stuff, like I said, Portland, different story. If you want to protect, some of the federal areas, in particular, ICE and some of these places, because of what's happened, then, yeah, okay, that's a different story altogether. D.C. is a totally different story because it's all federal. But as far as just the crime side of things and that we're going to run out our military, that is a line that is a no-no. Zero, zilch, nada. Let us know how you feel. Several of you texted in because we were talking last hour about it's now over $210,000. The Mormons, which is this is amazing. As horrible as this is, if you guys hadn't heard, we touched on it last hour. The guy who shot up the Mormon church and burned it down and eventually died in a gun battle with two of the officers in Michigan. The Mormons started raising money for his family. This is the guy who called them the Antichrist, who had big beef with them, but they saw what him and his family were going through, and they decided that they were going to do something, and that is incredible. That really, that shows the humanity and how good people are. Like today, Chris is out there now. Dan and I were out at the Nashville Rescue Mission, and there's so many good people out there that I think it gets lost because of politics, and it gets lost in this world of Instagram and TikTok and all of that stuff and the fighting that goes on. And we tend to see the worst of everybody. There's so many good people out there, so many people that give. Like the women's area they were talking about, this is brand new, and both sides have a gym, and they said the women's area is brand new. Somebody just came and just donated an entire gym for them, which I thought was it was incredible. And yeah, and then you hear something like this today, and somebody reminded us too, when that in Pennsylvania, when the guy shot up the Amish, they allowed his family, to come and live with them, to help and take care of them. There are good people out there. There are. We're not, but there are. Bell, maybe Bell. Depends on the day. Depends on the day, Bell. Coming up, White Woman Wednesday. We already played one of hers. Bell, remind us, where did Kylie go to college again?
I think it was white. No. I'm sorry, brown.
Brown. She's an Ivy League grad. She's a teacher in Chicago. She's a liberal, and she wants to lecture us on all kinds of things. I have so many of these today. It is incredible, and we're going to play some of them because it is White Woman Wednesday, and there is no more whiter woman than our friend Kylie as she delivers us all of the lecture we need about how white we are, patriarchal system, you name it. She delivers it. We'll do that straight ahead. This is the Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997. I got a request, guys. I got to do it. So awesome. What a great song. Happy birthday. Dire Wolves turning 1 today. Ginormous. When they bring back what do they bring back? The dodo bird?
Yeah, the dodo.
What do you think that's going to be like? Happy birthday, dodo bird. You're such an awesome bird. You flightless bird.
You taste like chicken.
which tastes like unicorn. Oh, my God. What a great song. So congratulations out there. Just keep requesting that one. We got it all day long. Crazy, crazy lady indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, from Brown, Kylie.
Political instability and chaos, art is incredibly important, and nowhere is this more obvious than with the Super Bowl halftime performance. If you don't know, it was recently announced that Bad Bunny will be performing at the halftime show in 2026. Not Taylor Swift, not Zach Bryan, or any other artist that represents white America. Instead, they chose Bad Bunny, who literally had to cancel his tour because he was scared that his fans would be arrested and deported in ICE raids. But he said, you know what, I will do one performance, and the reason why is to make a political statement that what is happening right now is not just, it is not okay. You can't assault protesters, nor can you push immigrants to the ground randomly and expect there to be no consequences or repercussions. And the same exact thing happened with Kendrick's performance last year. Each of these acts are political and serve as a form of protest art. And when I tell you white Americans are pissed about Bad Bunny, obviously because of racism, but the fact that their Super Bowl and their American football is now going to be watched by viewers all over the world. The Super Bowl is not catering to them. It's catering to people of Hispanic or Latino origin. It's chef's kiss.
Chef's kiss, guys. That's perfect. That's what I found out. I thought there was urban like word was going to be something else, but it was a chef's kiss.
How you do not get to be as big as Bad Bunny is without multi-demographic support.
Oh, yeah.
And there are going to be white people watching that halftime show and loving it.
Absolutely. I mean, it is. And here's the thing. Yeah, Bad Bunny was worried that a lot of people, and he made a statement. He wasn't going to come here because he was worried about ICE at his concerts. He is a megastar. And while you're talking about this, the NFL's trying to expand their footprint. I watched a game in Ireland this weekend. They're playing in Europe several times a year. They opened up in Brazil, where he's a megastar. So you want it to be something more than is. And there were some MAGA people out there. This is a shot at Trump. Oh, for God's sakes, get over it. You didn't even know who Bad Bunny was, so why should you be mad about it? And what did Kendrick do last year?
I don't remember. That's how impactful it was.
Well, I remember, he said something about Drake, right? Or one of them being...
Well, he and Drake were going through that battle of diss tracks, and he accused Drake of being a pedophile.
Yeah. And you know what's funny? So I talked about this the last couple of days. I had more, quote unquote, not catering to white guys. White guys go, I didn't know who Bad Bunny was, but I saw him on wrestling, and he's awesome. And I'm like, yeah. So, I mean, it's so ridiculous. The fake outrage. I'm so angry. I can't be angry. Yeah, he's hosted. Oh, is he hosting the opener this weekend? I did not know that on SNL. I didn't know he was going to be on SNL. He's funny.
Is he hosting or is he a musical guest?
He might be doing both. Huh. He might be doing both. He is funny. I've seen him. I'm not a big wrestling fan. I don't really watch wrestling. Is that what you call it, Ken? Wrestling? Feels like some Ken would call it wrestling.
He's working.
He's not working. I see him in there juggling. Just like Biden taught him. Just like Biden.
Biden taught him how to skinny dip.
Biden taught him how to fight. What was that guy's name? He was always going to fight?
Trump?
No. The other guy.
I don't know.
The dude who was his little gangster friend. Corn Pop.
Oh, Corn Pop, yeah.
Corn Pop! Oh, my Lord. But
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He was. He was a bad dude. Bad dude. Bad Bunny is not even a cool name. No, Bad Bunny's a pretty cool name. He is, he's huge. I mean, he's a megastar. I would say right now in the world, as far as artists go, Tay-Tay number one, Bad Bunny's probably number two. And before her concert tour, it was probably close to equal. That's how big he is. And he'll sell out stadiums, soccer stadiums, football stadiums, cricket stadiums, all over the world. And people don't speak the language, but they'll still come to watch him because he puts on one of those shows. So we'll see. It's going to be interesting, though. But there's no reason to be outraged. That's kind of ridiculous. Fun stuff to get to. We got some more of her. Trust me, we got so many more. I had to stop it. I had so many of them. Like, okay, I got 20 of them. I can go for days. We could do a whole show with just her. That's how crazy she is. But she's crazy fun. And we're still trying to get her on the show because I think it would be fun. And she's
not going to come on this show and be interviewed by a white man.
Yeah, she would.
She doesn't have time for your misogyny, sir. Yeah,
you're right about that. You're right about that. By the way, some fun stuff. Wait till I tell you guys what I was accused of by a few influencers. You guys will like this. We'll do that straight ahead. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 99.7. Some people mad about Bad Bunny. I don't like Bad Bunny. Did you listen to him before? Never heard him before. Now, I don't like him.
He's not my jam, but, I mean, I get how popular he is.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't get a Cheetos commercial without being huge.
No. And we're not talking about fat either. We're not talking. We're talking about. Yeah, when they had one of those hurricanes, I mean, he helped rebuild the island in Puerto Rico. And that guy he just did, I think, 25 days. He did like a residency in Puerto Rico. His tour did $435 million. Somebody said, yeah, he's like the second biggest artist in the world. I'm like, I don't think you realize how big he is. I mean, he is, he's no Direwolf singer.
There's a reason they went to him after Taylor Swift. Because they couldn't get number one, so they wanted number two.
Why did she wanted too much, right?
I think it was just a logistics issue. Because you don't get paid for doing that.
No. All they pay you for is like your crew, the building of the sets and stuff. You're not paying for that. But I don't even know. I wouldn't want to do that if I was her. I wouldn't want to do anything right now.
And to be honest, she doesn't need to do it.
No.
I think if Travis ends up in the Super Bowl again, it would be like, but it would have been so cool. But
yeah, but you know what? You want to go see your soon to be husband, and you don't want the situation to be taken away, right? Like that's his, and it's probably his last year. So,
yeah, she probably after they get married, she's gonna make him be a stay-at-home husband.
Well, no, because he's got his big what's it called? His podcast.
That's gonna be over. She's
no,
gonna be like, you stay.
They do that from the house anyways.
She's gonna be like, enough of that. You keep this place clean.
They need to have Metallica, Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer do halftime.
Megadeth.
Well, Metallica actually said they wanted to do it.
I thought they didn't they once?
No,
man. I thought they did. So yeah, that would be good. Everybody thought like Luke McCombs, Morgan Wallen, something like that. I'm like, yeah, you know what?
That'd be all right.
Yeah, but they're trying to reach a massive audience. They're trying to, because the goal is, for those of you not giving me score, the goal is to have NFL Europe again. The goal is to have a South American version of the NFL. And you got to plant those.
They definitely want to go to Europe and Brazil.
Yeah. Argentina, Mexico City. They've been there several times. So we'll see. By the way, I was reading about, Nicole Kidman and them. They split up. I know, shocker. Do you know how much money? Did you guys see about all this stuff with the money that they're going to be divvying up and what he may be getting based on the fact that he stayed clean? So the couple's monthly income is, $100,000 each with huge amounts contained, like all this. They're going over stuff. He's worth $75 million. She's worth $25 million. And in 2024, she raked in $31 million. But they were going over all this stuff. And apparently every year he stayed clean, he's supposed to get a big chunk of money from her. Which I thought was,
that's weird.
Yeah. So every year he stayed clean. It was interesting too watching, because I've seen, my wife has been talking about the fact that she lives in Europe, in England. He lives here. She,
she works all the time.
All the time. And apparently he didn't like the fact that, she was trying to, during some of the love scenes, you know what I mean? With the young guys. As Dan said today, the young bucks.
The young bucks.
it made him feel, I guess, a little uncomfortable. Well, she's in her late 50s. She's trying to still hold on to her sexiness, but she's doing a great job. But for him, I guess he felt, unpopular. That was an unpopular opinion for him to say something like that, and she was blindsided. Neither party will receive monthly child support, so he's already prepaid all child support obligations. How old are their kids? Because they're both almost 60.
I'm not sure. I know they've been married 20 years.
Yeah, almost 20 years. Almost 20 years. So this is the way it's going to work. Nicole gets 306 days, while Keith gets 59. Keith will have the kids from 10 a.m. on Saturday to 6 p.m. on Sunday every other weekend. Why? Why? I don't know. That's like, you can't keep him? She's always working, too.
Ken, maybe you should go hang out by the front door of the building and see if you can catch him when he's going into his studio next door.
I don't want to get arrested.
Oh.
Why not?
He don't want to take one for the team.
You're doing it for a good cause, man. This is a bit.
Little fellas won't do well in the Davidson County Jail.
Hey, do you think you're as tall as him? How tall do you think he is?
Probably about 5'8", 5'9", maybe.
I was going to say
5'10".
5'9".
Really? He looks very petite. When I saw him, I was like, he's very petite.
Especially next to her, and she likes to wear heels.
Yeah, she does.
I'm kind of sad about them splitting.
Yeah.
I really... They seem like they really liked each other, like they enjoyed spending time together.
I guess the being apart, like there was just nothing there after a while, and that's part of it. You're good-looking people. Here's the thing about good-looking people: they have options, and that's the problem. That's a good thing because they're good-looking, and the other side of it is they've got options. And if you're not going to be around each other, then it felt like more of a business relationship, I guess was the way he was describing it.
Yeah.
That's
too bad.
You can't go, 8 weeks, 10 weeks, then see each other for a week and expect there to be magic, and then go another, off to film a movie, or you're going to do a tour 8 weeks, 10 weeks where you don't see each other really and expect it to work out. The fact that it lasted this long, I think, surprised some people if that's the way they were going to live their life. So it is too bad. It is too bad indeed. So I got accused of something today, which was fantastic.
All right, let's hear what it is, Brother Chad.
Couple of the...
I know what it is.
What?
You're a liberal.
No, I get accused of that all the time.
Okay.
This was even that I'm being paid by the Iranians. A couple of the influencers that were hanging out with Bibi. They're like, we know you're getting paid by the Iranians and the Qataris. I'm like, I am?
Where's our cut?
Where's the check?
I know. I'm like, immediately I called the sales lady. I'm like, did you know this? She's like, I had no idea. I said, well, where's that special Iranian bank account?
Can you Venmo?
Yeah, how's that work? It's insane. That is insane. Because why? Because I don't want genocide and I don't want the chaos and craziness and I don't believe the Bibi and what he says. By the way, the other day, so he holds his press conference with Trump, and then they ask him, do you want to take any press, any questions? And he's like, yeah, how about from the friendly Israeli press? And he won't do an interview with the Israeli press because they eat him up. But he did do a press conference in Hebrew right afterwards, in which he said, yeah, we said that we were not going to occupy their land, but we're staying there. Like a lot of what came out of that was, yeah, we said a lot of things, but we're not really going to do that. And I was just like, oh. So, and it's Google Translate. It's free. It's free. It is. So I talked about it, and then I got bombarded by like, well, that's because you're getting paid by Iran.
I want to get paid by Iran.
Yeah. I mean, like, what? Now, this is what I'm asking for, guys. All we want is 3 wells, 1 for each of us. We're good with that, right?
Well, you know what? Let's start by asking for 3 each, and then be willing to take.
Look at Bell, man.
Negotiate down.
I'm taking the slings and arrows. Bell's like, get me 3. So, I mean, if we can get, a decent amount of barrels out there every day,
you gotta find out how many barrels a day that well's producing, though, because not all wells are equal.
No, we want a producer. I mean, I want an absolute producer. I mean, I don't know how much wells produce because it's been a long time. So when's the last time you owned a well?
Oh, I've got a few now.
I'm sure you do. Ken, what about you? Because you're in Oklahoma, man. There's lots of wells out there.
I wasn't lucky enough to be one of the Sooners who jumped the gun, if you will, and got that land and tapped into that oil.
Oh, you should have tried it, dude.
I should have, but I wasn't born.
So they got, it's crazy. But here's the kind of stuff. So BB, if you guys don't know, he's talking about how excited they are to own TikTok and how they would like to really do everything they can to get all the social media where they could basically put a stop to any criticism whatsoever, because that's totally what America's all about. And this is something that made me laugh. This is one of their bigwigs here, Mr. Galan here, talking about what they would like to get a hold of and how they would like to handle certain things.
The next thing we will do, is to put restriction on the social media in a way that not allowed to make brutal propaganda in the social media, because this is a worldwide problem and it should be initiated by the United States of America, the place where all the big firms is settled, Facebook and X and all the rest. This is a major problem for democracy all over the globe, and we need to treat it seriously.
Yeah, so you want to tamp down on it. So they went and they got all these influencers. Now, I want you to listen to these two influencers here. At first, guys, honest to God, I thought it was a parody, and I thought, man, if that isn't anti-Semitic, I don't know what is, because I'm always getting accused of being anti-Semitic, as we all know. What happens, Belle? We do what?
Burn the bagels.
Burn the bagels. Listen to these two.
Imagine supporting people who start wars just to lose the wars so they can cry about it and then try it all again.
You must see anti-Semites are literally obsessed with Jews. Now walk with me. While you must see anti-Semites are stacking eviction notices, Jews are out here stacking up businesses.
Jews control all the industries. Maybe if you spent more time taking notes from successful people, you wouldn't have to spend your nights and weekends spreading hate from your anonymous account with an anime profile picture.
Do you work as hard as Jews? Do you network like Jews? No, because you're too busy cheering on a group of musty terrorists who smell like dirty earring backs. And if we're going to keep it real, you're really mad because your income is giving side hustle.
Period.
How you going to hate from outside, Shabbat? You can't even get in.
So you always need the pretty blonde girl and the gay black guy to what sounded very, they control the businesses. I was waiting for them that they got lasers in space that they light things on fire, and they control the weather. And I'm the one getting accused of being all these things. Yeah, so those are some of the people that think that I work for Qatar and Iran. So there you guys go. That's what I deal with on a daily basis. Insane. By the way, Jane Goodall just passed away.
That's right. 91?
91 years young, man. I think most people would sign up for that.
You know what? I actually thought she had already passed away. Pardon me for my ignorance.
Well, imagine your surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. 60 years she lived observing chimpanzees.
And gorillas, too.
And gorillas.
Right?
That's what, yeah, was it Gorillas in the Mist? That was the movie about her. 60 years. 91 years young. Passed away today. Jane Goodall. Coming up, Ken's got some good stuff. We got more White Girl Wednesday as well. If you missed any of the show, Shaman, you grab the podcast. It is the Chad Benson Show. Super Talk 99.7. Well, guess what, kids? You're mad at me. Be mad at somebody else. Our friend Kylie's here to tell you why, if you're white, there's no way you could ever experience racism.
Hi, I'm Kylie, and no, I don't think white people can experience racism. Can white people experience hatred because of the color of their skin? Yes. But is it as severe or damaging as when people of color experience racism? No, not at all. And because there are institutional barriers to the success of people of color and systemic inequalities, racism is a stronger and more apt term for what people of color experience on a day-to-day basis. Prejudice is simply harboring negative attitudes towards somebody based on a characteristic that they can't control, which I feel is a better description of the attitudes that some people of color have towards white people. Am I going to be profiled and arrested based on the color of my skin? No. Am I going to have a harder time getting a job because of the color of my skin? No. I'm more likely to be arrested, incarcerated, or wrongly convicted because of the color of my skin or called slurs. Like, no, I'm not. So that is why we say white people can experience prejudice, but not racism necessarily, because it diminishes the harm of actual racism by saying that white people can experience it. You don't say that men experience sexism, because they don't. Yeah, some women have hostile attitudes towards men, but it doesn't affect their day-to-day life or their opportunities or make them psychologically distressed.
What a stupid cracker.
You know what? Listen here. That kind of language is the reason why misogyny, patriarchy, all of the archies and
isms
in the things, all of them. Now, here's something I'd like to ask her. What if I was in China? Could I experience racism there? Could that happen? Is that possible? Or is it only in America and probably parts of Western Europe? Is that where that happens? I don't know.
Somebody should tell her she's beautiful when she's racist.
Oh, yeah. That'll make her angry.
You have a glow about you.
You do. You have a glow.
A racist glow.
It's a glow. You're going to like it. You look fantastic. When you hate on white people, it makes me smile. By the way, I just found this out. So I'm getting paid by, was it Iran and the Qataris? Along with Tucker, which I wish, but nobody's paying me. So there you go. We are open, though, for whatever. Israel is paying those influencers $7,000 a post.
$7,000 a post?
Yeah.
From those people who are accusing you?
Yeah.
Is there a max on how many posts they can do a day?
I don't know. I'd be all day. I would just stream it live all day.
Maybe that's what Kylie's doing. Maybe she's making money.
Well, yeah, she is. She's got like 200,000 followers.
Oh, well, she's...
You know. Here's the thing, though. You can have 200,000 followers as, you know, but what does that turn into? Like, because there are people that have 20,000 followers that have more of a reach when it comes to selling products than people who have a bigger reach, but some of the stuff they say may put people off. But she's got to be making some money when because she's fighting the good fight against racism, which is always good. By the way, somebody said yes to your hard rockin' halftime show. Somebody said the Rolling Stones, before they die, I said they did. They played Super Bowl II.
Yeah.
7,500 years ago. So, no, they did play it, right? I think it was after.
I think so.
Boobgate, Nipplegate, whatever it's called. So there you go. Coming up next hour, more from our good friend Kylie. We've got some of your text messages as well. And it is One Hit Wonder Wednesday. We'll be telling you guys what our one hit wonders are, and they are wonderful, if you ask me. Chad Benson Show, Super Talk 997.